Greetings, everybody. Welcome to our home. I'm David Vnuck, and this is my lovely wife, Maria Vnuck. And we are coming to you from wonderful Grand Rapids, Ohio, in the United States of America. And we are here to join our friends in Turkey in their video channel. And we're here to talk about, first of all, our magazine, International Writers Journal, that just debuted with our first issue, 240-page labor of love. We have received hundreds, if not thousands, of poems and works from people all around the world. How many countries?
17 in
17 countries in the first issue. We got Romania, we've got the United States, Canada, India, Spain, Turkey, China, France. It's really something that you might want to take a look at. We're online, so you can look up International Writers Journal. Maria, you want to tell them about what the books are up here?
Good evening, everybody, and I'm very glad to see you again, my dear friends from Turkey and from Romania. This afternoon I was thinking of how many beautiful and exciting literary events and moments we had and we organized in the past, and how much and how beautiful everything was. I shall remind everybody that our literary adventure, between inverted commas, started in March 2013, when I was invited for the first time to participate in the launching of this beautiful international magazine, Rosetta Literatura, which was issued by Mr. Vedat Akhtamar, who is the general manager of Art Shop Publishing House, and by the famous poet Mesut Şenol. That was a very great honor for me, and the magazine is a very great success. I would also like to tell you that in the long run we have had a lot of contributions both to the Turkish and to the Romanian literatures, as well as to international literature. And little by little, books gathered together, we worked together, we launched books in Istanbul, we launched books in Bratislava, in the United States, and in Romania. I would like to mention among these books, the book which was written, the trilingual book of poetry, which was written by Mesut Şenol, The Language of Love, Limbajul Iubirii. Mesut Şenol wrote this book in Turkish, then he translated his own poetry into English, and me and Pasionaria Stoicescu translated this book into Romanian. Another book of poetry, which was written by Dorel Cosma, The Shore of Silence, Malul Tăcerii, was translated by Mesut Şenol into Turkish, and it was published in Turkey. I would also like to mention two other books that were written by two famous Romanian poets who live in New York and in Canada. I'm talking about The Isar Sign, a bilingual book of poetry which was written by Professor Theodore Damian from New York, and another book of poetry which, actually speaking, we have in two languages, the translation into English and into French, the dancing poems, Les Poèmes Dansants, a book which was written by George Philippe from Montreal.
A good friend of ours.
Good friend of ours,
dear
yes.
friend.
These are only a few books that both David and I translated. We avail ourselves of this opportunity to kindly invite you to get in touch with us, to bring your contribution to this new founded International Writers Journal, which enjoyed an enormous success, and we have received tens of kudos from all over the world. You can get in touch with me on my email address, muguras_maria@yahoo.com, and you can also see our magazine on the Facebook page of International Writers Magazine, on our private Facebook pages. We are also waiting for you to send us your texts, both poetry and prose, to translate into English, because as translators we consider that this is the the most important thing for a writer to be known all over the world and to be read in as many foreign languages as possible. We thank you very much. We kindly appreciate your hospitality in Turkey. And for the second part of our video, we kindly invite you to listen to David and to me reading some of the poems that we have translated into English. We welcome you in our beautiful house. We are in the living room, and behind us you can see one of my mother's paintings. When I left Romania some years ago, I brought with me very dear things for my soul, among which all the paintings that my mother had painted. Tonight we shall read some of the poems written by two very great international poets. It is Theodore Damian, Professor Theodore Damian from New York, and George Philip from Montreal, Canada. They were both born in Romania. And for the beginning, we shall start with The Bride Passes By Even More Afflicted. The Romanian version of this poem was read in Romanian by Professor Theodore Damian, and now you are going to listen to David, who will read for you this beautiful poem. Then we shall have Gorenioptic, another very beautiful poem that Professor Theodore Damian wrote in Turkey when he was on a trip there, and it is also about Ankara. And since we have this beautiful show with Turkey, I thought of choosing this poem for you. The third one, which is going to be read both by me in Romanian and by David in English, is entitled About Love, and it is written by George Philip. Thank you. Please, honey.
Mm-hmm. The bride passes by ever more afflicted. Morning is falling like the arrow of the sunbeam, in the tear of the dew, fallen from the sad eye of the lonely bride, wearing a white dress like an iconostasis of the temple, which split in two parts. About the night before, that morning, chronicler mentions nothing. Only the psalmist does, between lines, but we know that what happened in that helpless morning is the consequence of the mysterious night before. And then evening followed. It came like a thin voice of the wind, with the earnest and unclear tomorrow, with the white, dry, torn fleur-de-lis. What happened the day before that evening? Chronicler mentions nothing, only the psalmist does. Between lines, but we know that what happened in the helpless evening is the consequence of the day where you are with someone, but where loneliness seems to be more beautiful. For 7 days and 7 nights, the bride was the one to undergo many severe trials, and not the bridegroom. Like in the fairy tales with Prince Charming, where the emperor's daughter was waiting for him to come triumphantly and take her as his wedding wife, together with half of the kingdom. The bride passes by ever more afflicted, day after day and night after night, her womb beating like the sap of trees through branches, making a sign to the sowing tree about fruits due to mellow quickly. This is the bride's story. You ought to live together, and there was evening and there was morning on the first day.
And now, with your permission, I would like to read, as I mentioned earlier, the poem entitled Gorenioptic, which was written by Professor Theodore Damian from New York. Ankara este calmă la miezul nopții. Credeam că e mai cald la început de august, dar e perfect. La ora asta, un domn vine, îmbrăcat tot în alb, pe mătură în fața porții magazinul său, ce se cheamă Gorenioptic. Multă lume pe stradă și multe femei cu batic, legat sub barbă, așa cum am văzut și la noi în copilărie când visul se împletea cu cerul. Poate încă și acum, cine știe. Cine știe și ghicește, până la anul de trăiește, vorba părintelui Gică Vieru. Apocalipsa a venit peste noi ori și cum. Drumurile se înfundă, se blochează, cel mare și larg, pe zi ce trece, se împuținează. Însă și Apocalipsa e pe ultimul drum, vrea să treacă și ea și se înghesuie până la urmă. Va trebui să dea un peșcheș, mulți chemați, puțini aleși. Dar ea e și în mine, s-a cuibărit crezând că nu o văd. S-o trec pe partea cealaltă să scape și ea de prăpăd. Domnul în alb încă mai mătură, se vede că e conștiincios. Lui nici nu-i pasă de semnele timpului și că lumea e întoarsă pe dos. Goreni optic este important. Acolo trebuie să se oprească oamenii, să vadă de ce nu văd să se prindă pe ei înșiși în delict flagrant. Apocalipsa a scăpat, n-a prins-o nimeni, iar eu n-am trădat-o, nu se știe când am nevoie de ea. Ce bine însă că pustia n-a fulgerat-o. Turcii sunt drăguți, îți explică tot ce vrei și merg cu tine un extra kilometru, dar de Apocalipsă nu știu. Acum s-a făcut târziu. Domnul înalt a plecat, mâine clienții vor veni să vadă și vor vedea ce curat a lăsat tot în urma sa. Dar despre Apocalipsă cine le va povesti? Nici măcar eu, care i-am așteptat în pustiul nopții târzii. O singură noapte, ca niciuna alta, doar ca aceea în care Adam se uita cum cădeau din pomul oprit fructele coapte, dar coapte nu de el și încă nenumite, cu semințe în întunericul lumii dintâi primenite. Când a căzut de la fața lui Dumnezeu, Adam încă nu numise totul. Lucrurile nenumite, mai multe decât celelalte, au început să protesteze și să plângă. Unele au înnebunit. Give me a name! Strigau râzând, bietul Adam, cel mai înzestrat om de pe pământ care vedea esențele înainte ca ele să-l vadă pe el. Adame, unde ești? Lucrurile strigau. Sunt după Eva, le zicea din hăul căderii. Și azi este tot după ea. Nu contează că ești la New York sau Ankara. Singurul lucru pe care el nu l-a cunoscut a fost ea. Pentru că nu el a numit-o și nici pe sine, ci numele era ascuns în sâmbure. De acolo ni se trage dorul de ziua a 8-a și visul din noaptea subțire. Give me a name. What name? Nici Apocalipsa nu are unul, doar Calipso are, frumoasa călugăriță venită la neamț la miezul nopții, travestită, fără să spună că-i femeie. Așa cum focul în fața peșterii nu pare că-i foc, ci scânteie. După aceea se vede, după ce a intrat, când arde, explodează și umblă prin trup ca prin casă, nevoind de acolo să mai iasă. Peștera însă e mai mare, mai tare ca focul, mai tare și ca Apocalipsa. Peștera cu destin de mireasă. Adame, unde ești? Sunt aici. Mă lupt cu Apocalipsa aici în Ankara. Nu mai recunoști nimic din ea în Ankara, nici măcar locul unde s-au adunat episcopii să-i pună la punct pe eretici și să dea canoane bisericii. Între timp, Adam a cunoscut-o pe Eva și de atunci umblă amândoi prin Apocalipsă bezmetici. Ceea ce numești, cunoști. Dar cum a cunoscut-o Adam pe Eva? Dacă n-a numit-o el, numele ferecat în sâmbure, probabil toată confuzia, vine din marea cădere, el căzând după ea, în viață și în moarte, fidel, dar așteptând răspunsul și dezlegarea în înviere. Ankara este calmă la miezul nopții. Minaretele fulgeră chemări la rugăciune, mirele stă neclintit în peșteră, în fața porții. Vă mulțumesc!
Good job.
Thank you! And now David is going to read for you the same poem Gorenoptic, written by Professor Theodore Damian. This time it's our English version.
Gornoptic. And Cora is calm at midnight. I thought it was warmer at the beginning of August, but it is perfect like that. At this time, a man properly dressed in white is sweeping in the front of the door of his shop, which is called Gorenoptic. There are a lot of people in the streets, and a lot of women wearing on their heads a batik knotted under their chins, like I saw in my country in my boyhood, when dreams used to mix with the sky. Maybe this happens even now. Who knows? He who knows and riddle solves will survive till end of dawns, like Father Jika Vero used to say. The apocalypse has tumbled down on us anyway. Roads come to a dead end. They block up. Every day which passes the broad and large pathway becomes smaller. The apocalypse itself is on its last way. It wants to go in front at all costs and crams in finally. It will have to pay a peshkesh. Many were called, but few were picked up. But it stays in me too, and nestled up into me thinking that I cannot see it. So I thought, take it to the other side in order to help it escape disaster. The gentleman in white is still sweeping. One can see he is conscientious. He does not care about the signs of the time and that this world is turned upside down. Geonoptic is important. It's there where people have to stop and see why they can't see and catch themselves in that fact. The apocalypse has broken free. Nobody has caught it, and I haven't betrayed it. One can never know when I need it. How nice that the wilderness hasn't dashed it to the ground. Turks are nice. Anything you need, they'll explain it to you, walking with you even for more than 1 kilometer, but knowing nothing about the apocalypse. Now it's getting late. The gentleman dressed in white is gone. Tomorrow customers will come and see, and they will see what a cleaning he did before leaving. But who will tell them about the apocalypse? Not even me. Not even me, who has been waiting for them in the wilderness of this late night. Just one night, unlike any other, only like that one when Adam was wondering how from the forbidden tree mellow fruit were falling. But they were not ripe to him, and yet unnamed, with their seeds in the darkness of the first light adjusted. When he fell in disgrace from God's face, Adam had not yet named everything. The unnamed things, more than the others, began to cry and protest. Some became crazy. "Give me a name!" They're all screaming and laughing. Poor Adam, the most blessed man in this world, who could perceive essences even before they could see him. "Adam, where are you?" were things crying out. "I'm after Eve," he was telling them. And from the abyss of falling, even nowadays, he runs after her. It doesn't matter whether you are in New York or Ankara. The only thing he did not know was she, because he did not name her, nor did he name himself. Yet the name was hidden in the kernel. Hence our nostalgia for the 8th day and our dream from the thin night. Give me a name. What name? Not even the apocalypse has one. Only Calypso has the beautiful nun who came to Nimitz by midnight, disguised without mentioning that she was a woman. Just like fire in front of the cave does not seem to be fire but a spark. Only after that can one see, after it has come in, when it burns, it blows up and walks through the body as if in the house, refusing to get out of there. However, the cave is stronger than fire, stronger even than the apocalypse, the cave with the bride's destiny. Adam, where are you? I'm here. I'm fighting the apocalypse here in Ankara. There's nothing you can recognize out of it in Ankara, not even the place where bishops gather together to put heretics in their place and give canons to the church. In the meantime, Adam met Eve, and since then they have been walking through the apocalypse like two scatterbrained people. Whatever you put a name to, you know. But how could Adam know Eve if he did not name her? Name locked up in the kernel, maybe all the confusion comes from the big falling. He falling down after her in life and in death faithfully, but waiting for the answer and absolution in resurrection. Ankara is calm at midnight. Minarets flash, calls for prayers, and bridegrooms stand still at the cave in front of the gate. That's it.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much. And now we shall go to another country, our neighboring country, Canada. And there we have very nice and very good friends. They are Maria and George Philip from Montreal. They were born in Romania. They left Romania many years ago. And George is one, together with Theodore Damian, they are some outstanding international personalities as far as at least poetry is concerned. They have been translated with their poems in several languages like English, French, Arab, Chinese. I would like to show you this book, which is entitled Dancing Poems. It is a book of poetry which was written by George Philip when he was 77 years old. Hence, the book has 77 poems. It's a bilingual book of poetry, Romanian and English. I translated it together with David. The same book was translated by me from Romanian into French, and the book is entitled Les Poèmes Dansants. From this book of poetry, we shall read for you, both in Romanian and in English, a poem which is entitled Despre iubire, about love. Mă voi opri cândva la prima haltă, tu să mă aștepți, ca în datină, cu flori. Să te grăbești, te rog, să fii acolo. Trenul nu va opri de 2 ori. Să te cunosc, tu să aduci o floare de mac, de trandafir sau de salcâm. Nu știu cum recunoașteți voi iubirea. Eu nu am mai iubit pe acest tărâm. Nu vă știu anul, ziua și nici ora, nici anotimpul când se va întâmpla. Iubirile divine n-au tipare, sunteți topiți de aceeași curara. În cerul meu, iubirea nu se ascunde, iubirea-i sacră printre veșnicii. Ne-au prevenit cândva străbunii noștri, iubirea nu e o joacă de copii. Te caut și mă cauți împreună, strigoii vom învinge, nu mă tem. Iubirea împlinită plus poetul, vom scrie în zodii un frumos poem. About love.
One of my favorites from George's book. About love. Once I shall make a stopover at the first halt. According to our habit, wait for me with flowers. Please hurry up, be there. The train will not stop twice. To know you, please bring a flower, a poppy, a rose, or a locust. I really don't know how you'll recognize love. I've never been in love on this globe. I've never known the year, the day, or hour, nor do I know the time when all this is supposed to happen. The divine loves will never have a pattern. We've all been melting into the same curare. My love does never hide in my sky, and love is sacred in eternities. Some time ago, our ancestors warned us that love was not child's play. We have been looking for each other. Together, we will defeat the phantoms. I'm not afraid. Fulfilled love and an accomplished poet will write into the stars the most beautiful poem. Isn't that nice?
Yes. We hope you enjoyed our poetic recital. I thank very much my good friends from Turkey, Mr. Vedat Aktamar, the president and the general manager of Art Shop Publishing House, and my dear friend Mesut Chenol, a great international poet with whom we have been working so much for so many years. And I hope to meet you again, at least like this, in recitals organized all over the world, despite the coronavirus that we had to face. Once again, by taking this initiative, I believe that our dear Turkish friends proved that poetry has no borders. Thank you very much, and goodbye from the United States of America.
Good night.
Good night.